Alrighty, it's time to jump on the bandwagon. Happy anniversary and happy birthday to me. Yes, indeedy. Can you believe it? 10 years of YouTube. And my birthday is in August, so I thought I would do a combination of anniversary and birthday video. I do believe my actual anniversary was in June or July, but August is close enough. So what I would like to do today, as you're probably aware, this is a two-parter. As you are probably aware, this is a two-parter. Because it's 10 years, I'm going to go through all of my YouTube channel, pick out 10 songs, play them, and give you a little bit of details about what went on about whatever that song is about. So this is my moment to talk about how I put the video together, what I was thinking about when I was writing the song, the music part of it, and I just want to talk about my stuff. So I will do 5 songs in this one and 5 songs in part 2. Out of those 10 songs, I have already written a list off the top of my head of the songs that I would definitely like in there. So I've got 8, 8 written down, but there's another couple that will probably be more favoured. So it doesn't really leave a lot of room to just see what's there and get a surprise from that. But I decided I wanted to pick songs that I would show people, which reminds me of something else. So that's 9 songs already that I want to show straight away. And then the rest of it we can just look through the channel, go down memory lane. And I would recommend as well, if you haven't listened to some or all of these and you want to make the journey take a little bit longer for the funsies, pause this video before I start playing the song and then watch it yourself, so then you can form your own opinions and thoughts on it, and then you can hear what I think of my song. So yeah, so let's just get ourselves set up now. Lovely, we are ready to go. And yeah, so let's have a look at what we've got here. So I've got my lovely banner, my lovely display picture, 70 subscribers. That's pretty neat. I've been low numbers for, as you can see, quite some time now. But I think it was really weird. I put up something which I've decided to put in. I've filled in my 10 songs now. So I've got 10 songs listed. So we'll just, yeah. I was hoping there would be some surprises of, oh yeah, I forgot about this song, like let's watch that. But no, I've got 10 songs that I want to watch. But yeah, after I uploaded one of these, I felt like I got an increase in subscribers. So that's really nice. 145 videos in 10 years. Yeah, that's a big one. But yeah, so now we've got all the way up the top, and now let's try and scroll all the way to the bottom. Lovely. Now for those that don't know, I actually changed my name 2021 because, you know, 2020 COVID, everyone's thinking about what they actually want to do in life. So Steam and Sticks and Saya was supposed to be what Saya does in her own time from a band. After high school, joined a band with friends. Then a couple of the other members weren't getting as into it, weren't dedicating the time. So me and the band creator were like, let's do something for ourselves. So Saya came from that original band and I've kept her over. Then we didn't go very far at all with the other thing, but I was still writing, and so the friend was like, just do your own channel, like you've got this, like don't wait for me, like you've got something to do. So then I made my own channel. Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. So you know what, it's only a minute long, so let's have a look at our very first piece, which is pretty fitting to be solo number 1. So here's a bonus one for us. All right, let's. Can you hear that? Yeah, this one was a fun one. This is one of the ones I was doing in high school. A lot of just the instrumental pieces. good chunk of them will be from high school. I'm getting distracted. I'm not actually doing any talking. But yeah, this is just nice, fun piece. I enjoyed... Oh, there we go. I enjoyed solo number 1 and Up Here solo 10 so much that I asked my drum teacher if the person that he was getting this from, if they had a whole book for it, and he was like, oh my gosh, yes. So he was very excited that I was like, no, I want more. So I've got the book, gone through a couple of others, and yeah, so that was a nice little bonus, nice little first one. So let's keep going until we find the ones on my list. Oh, okay. Lovely. Here's first one on my list. So in high school, I wanted to do an arrangement for Bad Moon Rising. And then once I started doing all of this band stuff, ukulele and all that, I then, just learned on ukulele. And I went to Steampunk Festival 9 years ago. So I don't know, you do the maths. So 2015 Steampunk Festival. I believe that is technically this jacket that I'm wearing as well, because I'm doing it as Saya, but I've added some red onto it because the sleeves were a little bit too short, and now I've got them nice and long and I can do the thumb thing like we all loved back in the day. So let's have a listen to this. Let's see what I sounded like way back when, which probably wasn't very good. I am a mediocre musician. So yeah, my vocals were not that great back in the day because I was just supposed to be the drummer, and now I've ended up becoming everything. So this is my friend Carl recording me as well. And yeah, we just took a closed carriage at Steampunk Festival because it was at the Railway Museum, and this piano actually pops up again in another video, and I'll talk about that when we're there. My sister got me that ukulele for Christmas year after year 12. Yeah. And then it was lovely because she's married, she had her bridesmaid party, and then so I actually played her song to her, and I said, oh, she gave me the ukulele, so if this is bad, this is her fault. You know what's annoying? I actually don't sound that bad. Hurricanes are blowing. I look like I'm having fun. This is OG me, this is OG Saya. With my nails as well, I was looking at my dog's nails, and she had black and then she had like a lighter brown one, so I've tried to do that on me for the nail polish as well, because I was so extra with Saya. Alright, I'm really upset because one of the last times I wore that corset, look, it lasted a good, 10 or so years, but the leather was like peeling off after I was playing the ukulele with it, and that just, so I've been needing to get Saya a new top. Also, she needs an update on her hood. I think this is like the 4th update I'm gonna want to be doing on Saya's hood. There's a hood and cloak thing by Skill Tree that I want to put together, and I've just not. Are quite prepared to die. Looks like we're in for nasty weather. One eye is taken for an eye. Don't go around tonight. It's kind of cool because like I'm noticing little bits of like twang of me that I'm really trying to enforce now when I sing. It was a real big shift for me to figure out what am I just mimicking from who I'm listening to. I think when trying to do vocals for myself for the band, it took a long time for me to figure out what I sounded like. So not just trying to copy what especially if I'm, just singing along to someone else's song, like what do I sound like, and what can I do? I think especially really picking apart Florence and the Machine was really good for me, because when I finally did the cover, the medley, there was obviously a lot of stuff where I was like, okay, I can't do that, what she's doing. So what can I do to put my spin on it? And let's keep going. So that's number 1 done. Yeah. So yeah, 2016 started the channel, and yeah, so 2026, here we are. So that is 1 of the 10. So I'll keep an eye, so I'll make sure that I do 5 in this section. Pardon me, and then we'll do the other 5 at the end. Generic 2 and Generic Ukulele, they were just nice, cute little pieces to have in the background. And so if you listen well enough, yeah, you will find I try to keep really low background music on everything. Oh, I did something? That's right, I did do that one. You know what? I'm gonna put a pin in this, because I don't remember doing Perfect Day at all. That's not going to be part of my 10, but I'm going to watch that later. That's great. I was thinking about my I Don't Have a Name for It cover, and I just wasn't sure about adding that on there. But also, just quickly, you know what? I'll bring that up later. All right. No, I'm gonna watch Perfect Day later. And then, no, maybe I'll watch that. I don't know. Yeah, Fat Funk, that was something I did in high school. And yeah, I've just put up a couple of drum recordings of some high school stuff. Ah, cute. My first Florence and the Machine cover. I thought about doing that song the night before. I was in the bath and I was just thinking about it, and I was like, oh, I could do that song. I haven't put a video up in a while. Yeah, I'm going to do it tomorrow. It's a short one, but we are not going to watch that one. That was my first time putting like a little bit of an echo on some of my songs as well. Soldier On is nice. I'm going to put a pin in that because I am going to talk about that later. Yeah, and then, oh, this was my first one showing up as Ruthless, and yeah, I'm happy with some of the video work that I did for that, because that was my first video effects of disappearing in and out, so that's good. I am going to put a pin in Make a Tree Piano, because I want to go through the band version that I just finished this year. So I'm going to put a pin in that, because I would like to have a comparison of how it sounded and how I did it 8 years ago as opposed to the latest full band version. Let's keep going up. Oh, that's right. Ah, this one, the Scar arrangement. I did that, yeah, in high school as well. I was 50-50 about Happy, but I decided it wasn't the ones, it's one that I forget. So I thought this wasn't going to be what I wanted. Okay, lovely. Moonshine. We are going to put a pin in that as well, because we are going to, again, do it side by side, not exactly with the updated vocal version. And I want to just go back and compare how the vocals sound. Darla Dawn the Automaton, that was pretty fun. That was my first go at green screen stuff, and for some reason 2 days after I posted this, I got a comment from The Cog Is Dead, like, what how did they see me? Like, that's not how this works. So yeah, I was just really fell in love with this song when I heard it for the first time, and I wanted to do it with my friend, but then I started doing my own thing. Yeah, and then I did it myself, and yeah, they saw it, like it went fine. Yeah. Lovely. Let's get into Solo. So this I had as my introduction on the channel for quite some time, and this is the intro in Solo. So let's just... Yeah, I liked the idea of intros and outros for my songs in a way. I don't know why, I just thought it would be neat to be like, oh yeah, get ready. I think I just did random stuff. Carl helped me with the sound effects for this. And yeah, I had just bought that globe from an antique market thing, and I had to justify it and the radio thing by putting it in the next video I did. All these records, these are my mum's. I borrowed that from her. I tried really hard to wiggle through without actually showing anything. I believe that's a Kiss album, and it had just the coolest cover that didn't show the name straight away. And then I put my logo essentially on top, and Carl apparently was putting whispers along that too. I really liked how I did this video because I got lazy with it, and I did want to put that filter to make it look old through everything I did, but then I never did after this one. So yeah, I like this one because I just had to dress up and play everything, and I didn't have to worry about my face. Also, this is called Solo because this is the first song I wrote with the intention of me playing everything, and every song, every instrument has a solo at some point during this song. Yeah, so I've got my world and my radio in the same shot. It's like, I think the globe was about $100, and I think the radio was $100 or $200 as well. So I had to justify that I could buy these by putting it in a music video. Yeah. I thought about redoing the clarinet for this song, but I actually recorded this song like 4 times, so I was actually a bit tired. Like, I recorded it once with just my laptop mic, then my dad bought me this mic, and then I did it again, and then I was so tired with that, and then I think I recorded it again for this one, and then I just didn't really have the heart to go through the clarinet again because I thought I could do it better, and I was like, I can't be bothered with it. Yeah, I had to really like shove everything out of the way for every camera angle. I do like my music changes halfway through songs. We'll pick that up. Yeah, if you, especially my instrumental ones, you can really hear that. I don't know why I like doing that. I think because in concert band, there would sometimes be a music shift through quite a varied amount of those pieces. So maybe that's a little bit of that in there. Learning how to do the ukulele bit on this because I thought, you know what, I want a little bit of like plucking and yeah, really changing up the instruments a bit. And then you think it's finished. But wait, there's more! I just think this beat is so funky. Like, you could argue that the piano doesn't have a solo bit, but the piano's got the dun 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 dun. Like that's the piano's thing the whole way. And like I think I was just playing around with it at like the bottom of the keys, and I was just like fumbling around, and then I eventually got the dun 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 dun, and I just kind of took it from there. And then I was supposed to go back to the record player and show it coming off the hook, but I forgot. Oh wow, I had the outro here all the way back then. Lovely. Yep. Sweet. Lovely. That was lovely to watch. All right, next one. So how many have you done? We've done 2. So 3 more. Oh, this one was a bit of fun. Yeah, I did a cover of This Will Be the Day, the intro to the RWBY series. Man, like, okay, so I did a cosplay day. I was trying to do a lot of like cosplay day outs and like recording of my day outs in cosplay, hence the name. Eventually it just became too much like a hassle, too much like a chore. I was trying to do my best, you know, asking people that I was getting photos or video of, asking for their, you know, channel names so that I could, you know, credit them in the descriptions and such. But yeah, so because I was dressing up as, man, I don't even remember his name, yeah, a character from the RWBY series, I thought literally like the week before or something, I was like, oh, I should do the intro song for this, and it wasn't a nightmare, but I do look back, I think I looked back at this whenever it was, and I was just laughing at myself because I just thought it was a bit silly, but you know what, whatever. But yeah, that was pretty good. Like I did my best with what I had. I did an audition for this kind of drum thing, didn't hear anything back. But yeah, Carl and I were playing Resident Evil, and then he said, oh, at a certain bit, like, can we do, he wanted to do this song in there, and he thought I was just going to do like a ukulele cover, but no, I did a full band thing, and he was like, what the hell, Steph? I'm like, I'm sorry, like, I had no choice, I had to do everything. But yeah, that was pretty fun. Couple of, I gave a shot doing some lyric videos. Nah. Yeah, I tried doing sort of like a song review thing, which again, it just was taking up too much time and too much effort, because I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll try and get one of these out a month so I've still got something up on my channel. But truthfully, after a bit, like, I don't know, I just didn't, I came back to this again, but then just the way I was doing it just took up too much time, too much effort. There was part of me that was holding back from saying anything bad or saying anything that I wasn't too much of a fan of for a song, so didn't work out too well. And then I had, yeah, a little bit of SteamWorld Dig playing through, so that's all right. Monster Equals Evil. Okay, yeah, we're gonna pin that for when we do the updated vocals. Lewis. Yeah. I made a whole video on that. A whole video, 3 minutes long. Yeah, so I'm branching out a little bit of stuff, and I think now I'm just focusing on its songs or its sewing stuff, because I do like, because I'm dressing up in the characters mostly, I do want to show a little bit of sewing. Yeah. Yeah, so relacing pacing, this is the same cart as the Bad Moon Rising video. So I came in early and booked that carriage so that I could have permission to film and not be interrupted. And I was making, I think I needed to relace my corset, and then I thought, oh, maybe I could do a relacing corset video since Steampunk Festival is coming up. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna need some background music. And then, yeah, so I made this little piano piece just to be in the background. So I recorded that, and then the music is, yep. This shows my back tattoos pretty well, but yeah. And then I've just tried to make like a fun infomercial how to relace a corset, so that was pretty fun. I enjoy doing that. Yeah, a couple more weeks, bit more. Yeah, we got into trying to get through the SteamWorld heist and the SteamWorld games. Again, just too much time, too much effort, and then again, I think thinking in 2020 is like I was pulling myself too thin, and then once I renamed myself and started again in 2021, I was like, yeah, let's button it up. Let's focus back on the music and just sewing. I introduced Carl to the Silver Brumby. That was fun. I love that. A bit more of those. when I got my green screen, so I had a little thing about it. Yep, I tried doing My Thoughts again. Oh, yeah, and I did an arrangement of the intro, the hero from One Punch Man because COVID, so I couldn't go to gym anymore. So I decided to do a challenge, which was, doing my best of 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats, and the 10K run. I did my best out of all of those, so I had some really good results from that, I thought. And again, I've just put the arrangement of the intro song in the background of all of that. I've actually done the One Punch Man training quite a few times. I did it recently last year. I saw this guy who would just try and do it in the fastest time possible. And then so I thought, you know what? I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes and I'm just going to do as many as I can in that 10 minutes of, each of those different things. Yeah, and then I got the 100 a couple times. I was doing the strength training portion, not the running portion. And once I got that a couple of times, I think I got bored and gave it up. But I did work on it and I did get there again. Yeah, and I have worked on push-ups on my toes. I can get a few more of those now. Whereas before, when I did it, I could only do it on my knees because I thought, look, I don't care what level I'm doing, I'm still doing push-ups. But now I can do quite a few push-ups on my toes now. I've gotten stronger. Yeah, had a big Are You Okay Day thing. Been struggling off and on with anxiety and depression. Depression was the first thing that really hit. And then I think as I've gone on, just the anxiety and the fear of things going wrong has just seeped into me a little bit more. This is our 100 videos clip. Let's have another honorable mention and watch that one, because this is a short one, so this is nice. Oh yeah, I tried to do like all these different intros for different segments that I was doing. So the cosplay day out had something different. The songs had a different one. Like gaming had something different.
Videos today.
It was so hard for me to get into this position because I wanted to show off the boots, and you can't even see them because it's so dark.
Yes, we've had some hits.
They were my most viewed songs
on Steam and Sticks.
And yeah, just everyone getting dressed up. And then after it, I was like, oh, Saya's not in there. Oh well. And then Luis was a bastard to get because all of my blank screens for the green screen section, he is all the freaking colors that I had. So hang on, no, we just finished. Yeah. So I've got a white background. His skull is white. I've got a grey background. He's still got, is it grey or do I have black? But then he's still kind of those colours. And then I've got green, and then he's still green. I'm like, why is he all of the colours that I have for my like green screen backgrounds? This is not okay, mate. But yeah, I just did something cute for my 100 videos. And then I thought it was kind of funny because then I changed my name and changed my look a little bit. Okay, and again, I will put a pin on whatever someone has at worst because there ended up being a part 2, and this will get into a bit more of the mental health sort of thing. And yeah, so for these ones, I picked, I think, 5 big mental health not issues but moments, and it ended up being super long, as you can see, because it wasn't just saying, oh, this is what happened. This was the build up, this is what happened, and this is how I felt, and like, you know, what I did after to fix it or make myself feel better. Yeah, but of all things, I did end it on a happy story, which was not spoiler alert, but cut to the chase. Yeah, it was getting really bad in high school, and oh, it's happening. Yeah, I was very stressed about my year 12 drum songs for my score at the end, and then I played it, and I was just feeling so bad, and I was just like, I'm just so done. I did that really bad. And my teacher just sat back, and he's just like, I'm so proud of what you've done. Yeah, I worked really hard to earn my drums, and I did not have a good week beforehand, so yeah, it was really nice of him to say. And apparently it still gets me, like, over 10 years later. So now we have changed our name to the Bandwagon. I changed my name because, as I had mentioned before, I had a friend that I was doing band stuff with. We had a falling out. You don't know someone until you live with them. And then there was, after we stopped living together, I thought, okay, maybe we just can't live together. We'll be apart, and then we'll get back to normal. And then something else happened, and I was like, oh no. So she actually came up with the name Steam and Sticks. I was running a few other names, but her suggestion of Steam and Sticks is the one that stuck. And so I just had it in the back of my head, in my hardest of hearts. I just thought, if anything happened with my band with the Steam and Sticks name, it would, I was starting to feel like it wouldn't be mine, it would be hers. And so I had been thinking for a few years that, oh, it'd be so fun to call a band the Bandwagon, because it would just be fun. And I would think, oh, I wish I could do that. And then I just thought, I can do that. So I did it. Yeah. And I do like this, because this is when I started thinking, you know what, I'm just going to start recording some songs off of Sibelius and just get some songs out there that way. So Bandwagon Blues is obviously my new outro now, and I did a full song of that, so that's pretty fun. I'd give it a listen. To the Rhythm was something I made in high school or after high school. I can't remember. I think it was after high school, because I thought I was being clever with the name, because it was during high school, because it was made with all rhythm section instruments. And so the rhythm section is basically all your percussion, which I was in rhythm section in school bands, because I was the drummer, I was percussionist. I claimed the timpanis like so much. Like, I think there was one competition that we did. We had about 3 songs, and I was on timpanis for all of them. I was not giving up my timpanis. I was really good at those. And one of my year 11 or year 12 song pieces, I did have some timpani songs. So yeah, I love them very much. Yes. The Hunt. All right. Just quickly, Rhythmic Summary 1. I was thinking about putting this on here as well, because I just bought the bass that day. I got my new bass. It was a bastard. I got the drum part recorded in about 15 minutes. Took me 2 hours with breaks and crying to get the bass part done. So, but no, the big one. Can't believe it was only 5 years ago. My goodness. Yeah, this one is very special to me, and I still want to do a full animated picture format video. I got into looking up Peter and the Wolf. That was something that was pretty relevant as a kid for me. And then I was looking things up, and they were saying, no, I'm going to start this again. And they were saying it was created to teach kids about orchestra instruments. And then I thought, because they had different instruments for each character, and I thought, I want to do that. I want to do a song that tells a story. And then I wrote this in 3 days. I was like, I'm gonna get it done. And I was like, yeah, I did it. And yeah, again, then when I started recording from Sibelius my songs, I was like, I can get The Hunt done. I can put that out there now. So let's revel in it. So yeah, this is opening up, nice open field, open meadow. The location for this, I actually have in mind of somewhere that I've walked previously. Somewhere not too far away from where I used to live, which is also not too far away from where I currently live. So this bit is where like a doe comes into the scene, comes into graze. So this flute section I almost didn't have, but then I felt like the intro needed to be brought out and more. So then, yeah, I went back, added this bit, and I just really love how I've got all the instruments coming together. And this is where like the stag comes in. That's my favourite bit, the very proud. I don't think it's trumpets. What instruments did I use? That's like the stag anthem or something. I tried to use every single instrument that my band had at the time. So there's quite a few. I think there is trumpets, and then now here are the wolves watching them from the tree lines, and they're in the shadows just watching. But they don't see that, so everything's all good. They're frolicking around, trying to impress each other, but the wolves are still watching. And now we're creeping a little bit closer. And I had to be funky with the timing because I think I've got 5/4 here. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I needed just the vibes, and I need a random 5 bar. Yeah, and just getting like the build up of getting like a little bit closer and closer. No, it was super fun to just be like, this is a story I need to tell with sound. Stepped on a twig. And now they notice each other. Boom. And now the chase is on. I picture that the doe gets away. Oh, yeah, that bit, a wolf got kicked away. Hang on. Tries to attack, gets away. Oh, stag is all good. We're going through it. But then comes back. And now we get a view up of all the other pack members chasing down the stag together. And the stag's just running away. I think, oh yeah, climbing across like a canyon edge or something like that, going really tricky terrain, and then he's blocked up and there's nowhere to go. Lunging after it, it's kicking them away. He's distracted by the people in front, doesn't notice the one behind, and it gets him. And then I was like, oh. And I will go back to that. I was like, no, the wolves have to win. I'm going to make the wolves. I'm not going hungry tonight. Yeah, I thought I was going to be able to finish this a lot sooner. No, we're going to go back a little bit. Yeah, we'll do it from here. Oh. So the original da-na-na-na-na bit from the beginning, which was all strong fanfare, look at me, I'm an amazing stag, I copied and pasted that to this section, and I changed up the tones to make it sad, and it's been like, you're defeated now, you're going down, and that's very clever and very smart of me, just so you know. Yes, no, we're gonna, yeah, I love that secret little bit. Oh, a little bit more. Nah, 100%. The Hunt is probably like my best work. Yeah. Yeah. No, there's nothing more to say. That song is definitely one of my best, if not my best. Yeah, that one was just so fun to do because there was just so many different emotions that I was trying to portray in a hunting scene. Let's continue on. How many have we done? That is 3. So we have had a couple of extras, so we gotta really shuffle along. It's been about 40 minutes on here, which I was expecting these to be about a long time. So let's try and shuffle along. Oh, here we go. Lovely. Next one, Songbird cover. Songbird, I borrowed a Bernard Fanning CD from a friend, and I was just reignited my love for that song, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a cover for that. I think it took me about 2 years to put this one together, and the green screen work I did on this damn song, I'm super happy. I got every scene done that I had in my head for this song. Obviously the quality isn't professional, but I do it all myself, fam. Yeah, again, I was actually going through a little bit of a state. I was pissed off when I recorded this because I just re-listened to it. I thought the vocals sounded shit. I had to do that again. I later realized that the original recording I did of the bass of the Crazy Lady wasn't the right size. I loved this. I loved how I was able to get this. I took a photo of the background, and then I had me walking in front of the green screen in one direction, and then me walking in front of the green screen as Bailey, and I was able to one of them was mirrored. Yeah. And then had a little bit of real tears here because I was then going through shit, and I was like, I'm fucking tired. So this song was supposed to be originally Bailey looking at herself in the mirror, but then when I was having such a shitty time, I was like, oh, my band ladies are trying to figure out how to make me feel okay. So here I am just flopping around the house, not knowing what to do, feeling like the world is, falling apart. And then I've got my, for lack of a better word, my OC is trying to be like, I wish I knew what to do. I wish I could help you. And I love the gradual addition and build of instruments. Yeah, and I really tried to get the sizing of everyone the same because I wanted it to look like they're right there, but then in my head. I really love this solo section. Completely different to the original violin, but I just love how I did this. The piano was so fun, and it's great because it's beautiful, but it's also sad because it's like, and this bit here. I wish I knew which button to push. Because Saya's my main girl. Saya's my, I wish I could be Saya. And so it's like, so then that was me lying on the floor in a green screen and then put over the top of Saya and the drums. And then I had to try and put everyone else everywhere, and I wanted a little snippet of every wagon lady being like, I want to help you, but I don't know how. Yeah, I mean, you can see Lewis on the table on the right there. That's my that was my text tone for a while, one of my intro songs. And then I told my partner he needs to send me a message, so then just be like, oh hey, I've got us something for dinner and just some good food, and that's enough. And just the teeny tiniest little crack in my smile.
Paint me like one of your French guys.
So what I do with my songs is I usually have it playing in the background, and then I line it all up with the video later. And I was just like, okay, well, I've got time to just chill here. And then I was like, I was super happy with that. Like, every scene had a green screen person on there, and I did a good job. All right, let's get going. So what have we got? We've got 3. We've done 4. 1 more to go. So a lot of stuff. I basically copy and paste what Rachel Maxey does. I had this cloak pattern for ages and I didn't bother making it until Rachel Maxey made the same cloak. And then I just sort of thought it was like a 20-minute video and I just thought, but that's not the process of it. And so I just had it in my head. I wanted to do a step-by-step video on how to make this cloak, and then it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and I was like, oh my god, no one's going to want to watch these videos. Like, it's too much stuff in there. And for some reason part 3 uploaded before part 2 did, so whatever. But then, like, the comments on these videos have just been the loveliest thing. And like, I was so worried that no one would bother with these videos because they were too long. And then I've just had, my goodness, look at this. Part 1, 3.7 views, 3.7k views. Part 2, 2.2k views. Part 3, 1k views. Like, these... The thing that the videos that I was worried that no one would pay attention to have the most views. Like, and I've gotten so many lovely comments saying, thank you so much, I was really struggling with this section and now I understand it because you showed it. And I'm like, okay, maybe we're doing okay, we're doing all right. Oh, lovely. Okay. Lovely. Okay. This is a good one to finish on. We're doing my Viva La Dirt League fan song. Like, I'm proud of this. Yeah, for this I 100% recommend watching it first and then listening to me ramble on about it over the top. Yeah, let's play this and then this was such a rush job, and for a rush job this is pretty good. Yeah, so Viva La Dirt League was starting to play D&D, and when I was watching their videos I was like self-inserting Saya because I didn't really have an idea of who she was, how she acted. So when I was watching them play D&D, I was inserting Saya to be like, how would she react if she was part of this group? What would she do if she was in this party? And then eventually my friend got me a D&D starter kit, and then since I was already well building Denunda, he was like, oh, now we can play in your world. And I'm like, great. But no, it's been all right. It's there's been some good days and some bad days. Anyway, someone started writing some poems in the comment section, and I had just watched Fantasy High sophomore year. Yeah, the ending for that, and they had some fan songs in there, and I was bawling my eyes out because some of these songs were not recorded the best way, they were not sung by the best people, and I was crying because it was so beautiful, because I did not have the guts to be that brave when I know that I am not the best musician, but these people did it anyway and their songs are beautiful. I left being like, I wish I was as brave as them. And then I noticed this person writing little poems in the comment section, and I thought, oh, I feel something to this. And then once he had everyone, I was like, I'm sorry, you've inspired me. Can I please add music to your poems? And he said, oh my gosh, yes, I draw little doodles. Can I put some of, can we add those pictures into all of that? I was like, yes, that would be amazing. And then, yeah, and then they had a look at it at the end as well, which is really nice. So we might have a check out the comments there. But yeah. And yeah, so I just tried to make it as quickly as possible. Bob, I couldn't think of anything music-wise, and I thought I just wanted a poem and voices.
Squeak, squeak.
So that's what I did. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna talk it through like a poem. And then yeah, lots of he was doing a lot of kill, destroy, like not destroy but consume and that sort of stuff. I'm so annoyed by the video of this because the camera angle is just a little bit jarring. I wanted it to look like everything is in place and then my camera had died, and then the drums on this bit is just quite not there, so I'm very pissed off about it. But this was very fun too. Not that he hasn't tried. So Bodger was the first poem that I saw, and I immediately thought of I don't remember the name, but the Cog is Dead song with our fallen brother Stuart, the best you'd ever find. We thought that he could do it, but then he lost his mind. Ah ha ha! Like, that was the immediate thought when I read these poems, and then he did one the next week, and then I heard the next melody, and then he did one the next week, and I was like, I'm sorry, buddy, like I have to do the thing. Yeah. And so Bodger and Barradoon's melody is actually the same, but I like that completely different vibe. Same melody, but different vibe.
And so he found adventure, partial friendship.
And I tried to really have different accents as well when I was doing different things.
His powers are returning far too quickly, to be frank. Today he even sped up time to skip Bob's morning wank.
I was like, yeah, that needs to end abruptly. Greg's song I did in 2 hours after I saw it. I was ready. I wanted the harmony thing. I wanted it bouncy. When I read the poem, because I already knew what song vibe I wanted, I read it and I immediately had the melody in my head. So the next 2 hours I smashed it out on Sibelius, and then I think I maybe got all of this recorded 1 or 2 weeks after that. My favourite is Rob's. I needed to make his big because he was the DM, he is God. So I got fancy with the piano settings to try and get trumpets in there. I still think my vocals are a little bit iffy in this song, and it's annoying because I feel like I could do it better now. I don't know where my freaking mug is. We moved to Mum's and I don't know where it is now. I'm very sad.
He deals with everyone more time with grace and dignity, and has a little flash of pride each time they D&D.
Yeah, I really tried to make myself be really, what's the word? Just get it done. I didn't want to spend too much time, and I wanted it to look like I just put it together in a day, because I did. So I didn't want to spend too much time more than I needed to on it. Mouse, move. Come on. Move mouse. There we go. Right. And then not too long after this, I went to, I think this was 2022, my friend brought me to PAX in Melbourne for my birthday, and I got to meet the Viva boys. I've got a video of meeting them and videos of me doing the rock band stage there as well. It was an amazing weekend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. So that is 5 songs. We are halfway through our 10-year anniversary. I think that's pretty awesome to stop there, because then I think we can get into whatever Someone Has It Worse Part 2 is there. You know what? They're right after each other. I want to jump back in on Moonshine first. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed these first 5 songs, hearing the background details of the songs as we go through. Sit tight, we'll be back in a moment.